So I just purchased an awesome item that I've really wanted for a real long time. Obviously, you probably know from the title of the video and the thumbnail, but I got a Sword of Omens, which is the sword from Thundercats. Not just a play one. I used to have one of those when I was a kid. It was a plastic one. It took batteries, and you had a little button on it, and you light up the Thundercats logo and everything. And that was pretty cool, when you were a kid. But I've always wanted like a real one, not obviously a real one, but one that was actually a sword, one that was made out of metal, not just like a plastic kid's toy one. I struggled to find one. Every now and then I'll look for one or whatever. I never found one or anything like that. But mainly I was looking like Amazon or something like that. But never had one, right? Those were some of my go-to, cartoons when I was younger. I liked Thundercats. I liked He-Man. I was a Superman fan. Some of those are the big ones that, as a kid I'd play. I had a Superman cape. I had, a tennis racket that I used as my He-Man sword. And then eventually when I got older, as a kid, not like older, but as a kid older, I got, a Thundercat sword, and that was always badass. So I finally found one. And I ordered it. It was the only one they had. They only had one. I don't know if they're gonna make more or whatever, or if they only make one and then if it sells and they make another one. I don't know what the deal is, but I ordered it. It's gonna be on its way. It's Sunday right now, so it probably has to wait until Monday to get processed. Hopefully maybe by the end of the week. I don't know. I don't know how long it's gonna take to get here, but I'm really excited about this thing. I only have a few collectible things that I'm really excited about. One being my UFC belt. I have what I guess is like the second generation UFC title belt. I've been a UFC fan for quite a while. I remember as in high school back in the 90s, friends bringing in like the VHS tapes, and we'd watch them sometimes in Auto Shop here and there, and then later got back into it and started watching a lot. And I've always really wanted a UFC title. So I have one. Obviously it's a replica. It still has gold in it, just not as much gold as like the real one does, but this was a big thing that I was really excited to have and own. Another one is I have the old school WWF for WWE wrestling belt. Not that one. I mean, that one's kind of cool too, but that one wasn't as cool as this one. This one is the old school WWF one, but it's been rebranded as the WWE one because they changed the name though. But this guy is cool to own. I have this guy, and it kind of sits on a shelf, and it's pretty badass. So that's another exciting, like, kind of memorabilia kind of item that I'm really excited to own. Probably one other one is I have the newspaper clipping from Back to the Future when his son gets arrested in the USA Today. When the date came around in, what was it, 2016 or whatever the day was, they printed the newspaper from Back to the Future 2, the second one, which, speaking of which, not sure where I have that at. Obviously, maybe it's not as cool to me if I have lost track of it. Scratch that, I found it a long time ago. I rearranged a bunch of stuff, and I just kind of had it sitting over on like a shelf right now. But yeah, this guy right here, this is the newspaper article that the USA Today reprinted to kind of honor when the date came around, which was when? October 22nd, 2015. So they had this as the front cover, and I made sure to hurry up and get out when I heard they were doing this, and get to like a gas station or whatever to get myself a copy, because they did go pretty quick. So yeah, those are a few items that I own that really, kind of just cool items. A little bit from my past, the UFC belt not so much, but the wrestling belt, the Back to the Future thing, and now the Sword of Omens. That's gonna be awesome. It's a little nerdy, you may be thinking, but I think it's really cool, and I'm pretty stoked for it. So now I just gotta wait for this thing to show up in the mail, figure out where in my office, because it's gonna get displayed. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna put it on this little kind of spot right here, maybe clear out some of this junk right here and have it hanging right there. I think that'd be a good spot. I almost wanted to have it like right there, right above there, but this is where my desk is at, and I was like, ooh, that'd be really horrible if something happened and that thing fell while I'm like sitting at my desk or something, because it's an actual sword, right? It's not like a plastic thing, it's stainless steel, so it would suck. So that's probably not the best spot for it. So I'm thinking probably the best spot for it is probably gonna be right there. So now I just gotta wait for the dang thing to show up, huh? All right, so when the thing arrives, that'll be coming up next. We'll do an unboxing, we'll check this damn thing out, and we'll get this thing on display. I'm excited. So yeah, hopefully it's not a scam. It's here, we got it, all right. A little bit kind of worried because, I don't know, I expected the box to be a little bit heavier. So that scares me a little bit. So hopefully all is good and this thing doesn't suck. So let's get this bad boy opened up and let's see what the Sword of Omens, or the Thundercat sword, looks like. All right, we use this big old knife to get this sword out of here. Oh man. Okay, alright. This is looking cool. So it is not sharp. The edges are unsharpened. That's okay. It's not like I planned on using this for cut and stuff. Alright, you gotta get a little bit better review probably. So yeah, the edges are not sharp on the side, so it's okay to touch it and stuff. It's for show anyways, I'm not like I said, I'm not using it to cut stuff, but this is pretty cool. It's all metal. Here it is. The Sword of Omens. I guess that's a nice thing too, is like if I have this on display, I don't worry about like my daughter catching it and like touching it and it like cutting her or anything like that. So that's cool. Of course, I don't have enough room to look through the site, so we have to like sit down to look through the thing like you would in Thundercats, right? He did his little thing, right? It's kind of hard to do, but you get the idea, right? I guess. This is cool though. I dig it. Can you imagine having this as like a home defense kind of a thing? I wonder what the news story would be like on that. Yeah, so I just heard like this noise and I was like, I came downstairs and came down here into the spare bedroom, and sure enough, there was this guy just coming through my window right here, and I grabbed my Thundercat sword and I was like, not today, Thundercats, ho! And I chopped his arm off. I like it. It's pretty sweet. I was a little worried with the box, didn't feel that heavy, but now that you're actually holding it, it's good. It doesn't need to be like super heavy. It's a good weight. It probably weighs good 2 or 3 pounds probably, I'm thinking. It's pretty sweet. So here it is, my very own Thundercat sword. So of course I had to put the shirt on for some Instagram photos that I just took just now so I could post them. They're already on Instagram obviously, but I think I found a good spot for the sword as well. Right there, that looks pretty cool. I think that'll be good because you'll be able to see in the background my videos too, because originally, like I said, I was gonna put it up on the wall over here and have it kind of hanging, but I think that's a lot cooler because it'll be in the background of my videos, and you know there's gonna be people in the comments being like, is that a Thundercat sword in the background? So that's gonna be cool. So I think that's its new home right there.